Well, he was in and now he's out again. It looks like Elon Musk is backing out of his deal to buy Twitter. I always feel like this stuff is an ongoing story. It ain't over till the fat lady sings. But I will say, as I understand it, what Musk kind of clashed with them over was the revelation of the identity of bots, that they just wouldn't sort of uncover data that they have about how many accounts on Twitter are fake. It looked like a lot of sort of troubling stuff about how the system is created. It would be great to get a peek into the algorithm and just know. I mean, they're obviously shadow banning people. Even just I, within my little circle of kind of conservative online people, could tell that when Musk seemed to be taking over, they kind of took their foot off our necks and then they put it back on. And like this stuff is, I wish that we didn't have to be talking about tech giants in this way. Like, will the good guy save us or will the bad guy? But I will say that, this withdrawal of Musk's, it does kind of validate the imperative not to put your faith in princes. When Musk looked like he was going to buy, I wrote this article on the American Mind, called Faith in Princes, about the fact that, conservatives have actually learned, especially through the Trump years, not to worship their political leaders. And yes, there's been some excesses. They've done the golden Trump at CPAC, and there have been people who are so devoted to one figure that they think he's going to save the world, the QAnon stuff, right? All of that, can get over the top. But if you listen actually to conservatives, they're very measured about putting their faith in only a project insofar as they can hope that it will do something for them. So, they talk about Trump like he's King David, right? Who's an incredibly flawed person who eventually, showed all of his many weaknesses while still being used by God to do certain things. That's how they talk about Trump, too, like flawed guy used by God. And I think that we can look at Musk and these guys this way too. Only God is going to save us, and he will use whatever instruments are at his disposal. The Musk of it all is not the make or break deal. Really what we ought to be thinking about is how to preserve our form of government in the digital age. And it would be great if we had a guy like Musk sort of on our side, at least in our coalition, to do that. But really we need to be electing people, right, who understand that these technologies are being weaponized by folks that hate the notion of America and of actual popular sovereignty in the sense of, democratically elected representatives deciding within a constitution how to do Republican life. Like that basic fact about America, which can still exist even in the digital age, is anathema to the sort of top-down mentality that says you need to crush certain ideas because they are violent and evil and wrong. And what we liked about Musk is that he basically seemed to agree that you should be able to speak your mind. But Musk is not the same thing as America. He's not the same thing as God. And it's crucial, I think, that although, we can be disappointed that he didn't go through with it, we also, shouldn't have put our faith in him to the extent that we feel like now everything is over. There's no cause for despair. There's only cause for reevaluation, right? How do we move forward now without counting on Musk into the digital age while preserving the best of the traditions that have gone before us? If you want to think more about that with me, check out the rest of the videos on this site. The Young Heretics channel is full of reflections on the nature of our past, present, and future. It's the classical education you did not know you were missing. I'm glad you're here. Welcome, and check out the rest of our stuff.